Hello and welcome to another episode of Cooking Technique Tuesday. So today we are making cream of mushroom soup. I haven't done a soup in a while, so I actually had gotten the fabulous Easy Everyday WW cookbook. It is wonderful. So this actually has no dairy in it whatsoever. We are using microwaved riced cauliflower, a bunch of different cremini mushrooms. I've got shiitake mushrooms, oyster mushrooms, maitake mushrooms. It's got vegetable stock in there, thyme, shallots, garlic, salt, pepper. It's going to be really, really tasty and also extremely easy. Basically, I'm going to cook up the mushrooms. We'll blend everything together with the riced cauliflower, the broth, heat it up, and that's about it. So let's get started. Alrighty, we are back. So I went ahead and I sprayed with a little bit of, there we go, extra virgin olive oil spray. And then I've got shallots and garlic that are actually just about done. So I'm going to give this another minute. And then I'm going to add all of my mushrooms and my thyme. So I'll see you when I add those. Alrighty, so I went ahead and added all my mushrooms and the chopped up thyme, a little bit of salt, a little bit of cracked black pepper. So I'm going to let this cook for a good 6-7 minutes or so. As you can see, it's getting nice and brown underneath, but the salt is going to help to extract some of the water from the mushrooms. So we do want to make sure that most of the moisture is cooked out, because what we're going to do next is take a cup of this mixture, maybe a little more than a cup, and we're going to bring it over here to blend it along with the riced cauliflower that we microwaved and the stock. So I'm going to stir this a few more times, let it kind of cook up, and it's smelling incredible. So I will see you in a moment. Alrighty, we are back. So my mushrooms are nice and cooked down. Just about all the liquid is out of those, as you can see at the bottom. But I did already pull out my 1 cup, did kind of a heaping cup, and I got a little salt and pepper. I also have the riced cauliflower, so I microwaved this for 4 minutes so it softens up, and then I also have my vegetable stock. So what I'm going to do is add all of these ingredients in the blender and completely puree it for a few minutes, and then I'm going to add it back to the mushrooms. So since I cannot hold this phone and take care of all of this, I am going to see you in a moment, but I'll give you some footage of the blender. And we are blending. Alrighty, so we are back. This is nice and blended. So what I've got is my mushrooms still in the pan, the rest of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to the pan and just reheat it. So it's only going to take a few minutes. I am actually going to not show you me pouring it in there because, I'm not going to lie, this blade is really sharp, and I've had it fall out before, and I had to I cut myself, and that's what happened the last time I made soup for a Cooking Technique Tuesday. So I'm going to be a little safer. So I'm going to pour this guy in here, turn on the heat, just like medium, just to reheat, and then I'll see you when I'm plating it. Alrighty, and we are back. So again, I couldn't do everything two-handed, so I decided to go ahead and plate this up. So I have a gorgeous, beautiful bowl of mushroom soup. I tasted it, added a little bit more salt than the recipe called for. But you can absolutely do that to taste. Always make sure to taste your food before you serve it, just because you always want to make sure that it is seasoned properly. But it has a fantastic, fantastic mushroom flavor to it. Really, really great depth of flavor, especially from those maitake. So my soup ended up being a little darker than it looks like in the cookbook, and it's mostly due to because I used the maitake mushrooms, which are a little darker, but had amazing flavor. Now, if you are kind of hesitant, don't want anything too exotic or can't find it, you can absolutely use white mushrooms, cremini, which are just the baby portobello ones. So it's totally up to you. I just saw them at the grocery store, so I thought, ooh, why not? Do something special for you guys. So now what I've got is a little bit of garnish. So I kept some of the mushrooms and just a couple little sprigs of thyme. I have these tweezers for plating. So what I'm going to do is very carefully grab it. And this is how I make my photos look very pretty. There we go. So I'm going to place that there. And I picked the prettiest mushrooms that I could. I'm going to place them in the center. So gorgeous shiitakes. They're a little slippery, but that's okay. They're gonna taste phenomenal. Oop, there we go. And let's see, I want that guy right over here. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit of the thyme on top. Whoop, there we go. Alrighty, and now that is how I always do my presentation for plating. So here we go. So that's why my pictures look pretty nice, I would say, to toot my own horn. But great, easy recipe, as you could see. Took almost no time at all. Very few ingredients, too. And the best thing is, it's totally vegetarian and actually vegan. So gluten-free, everything. It's fantastic. So hope to see you next Cooking Technique Tuesday. Have a good one.